So I was watching Sonic 2 the other day when suddenly I was like, wait, is that PrestonPlayz? It's a blink and you'll miss it cameo, but it got me thinking, how many other YouTubers have shown up in movies we have seen? Maybe ones we don't know about. Well, after a little bit of research, I can tell you, let's take a look at a few times a movie made us shout at their screen, hey, I know that person. And if you'd like to see me in a movie, all it takes is a few of you pressing that little subscribe button. Logan Paul. Regardless of how you feel about Logan Paul, it's undeniable that he is one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform. He currently has more than 23 million subscribers, but his aspirations are set much higher than videos and podcasts. Some people know him as a WWE wrestler now, but he's also popped up in a number of actual movies, from buff college kid in The Space Between Us to Mickey in the 2020 Valley Girl remake, and even himself in the influencer comedy Airplane Mode. Logan Paul has made a name for himself in Hollywood. Maybe his career would have taken off even more after he filmed scenes for Baywatch alongside The Rock and Zac Efron, but his scenes were cut from the theatrical release. Can't win them all, Logan. Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat is known primarily for his vlogs and tech reviews, but his 12 million subscribers have also had the pleasure of seeing him in a few movies too. And not just any movies, but ones with high-profile casts and budgets to match. Casey's first big movie appearance was in Nerve, a social media streaming era thriller starring Emma Roberts. He also had a cameo in Logan Paul's Airplane Mode as snoring TSA agent, but his biggest role would show up a year later in 2020. The renowned vlogger played a substantial role in Netflix's action-packed superhero movie Project Power. As the character Moto, Neistat got to share scenes with both of the film's stars, Jamie Foxx and Jason Gordon-Levitt. Big name actors to be sure, but Casey hasn't been in any films since. He seems much more content in his laid-back vlogs than on the set of any big movie. Liza Koshy. Liza Koshy is another vlogger who has amassed an army of subscribers, 17 million to be exact, with her personality and antics. She showed up on TV all over America for New Year's Rockin' Eve, which she co-hosted with Ryan Seacrest. And she has had a few feature film appearances as well. Her first role in a movie was as Princess Aubrey in the influencer road trip FML, alongside a number of other personalities including Jason Nash, Maynard Matthews, and David Dobrik. It's probably fair to say not many people have seen FML, but Koshy's next appearance was definitely in a film a ton of people saw. Lisa played A-Day in Tyler Perry's Boo! A Madea Halloween. See, much more high-profile appearance. Koshy's personality and style of comedy fit perfectly in a Madea movie and may have even given the titular character a run for her money. Anthony Padilla and Ian Hecox are known as the founders of the Smosh Comedy Collective on YouTube, and their success is difficult to ignore. The channel is still going strong after 18 years and has 25 million subscribers, which has resulted in a number of opportunities for the creators. Padilla has a number of acting credits to his name dating back to 1990, but his and Hecox's big break would have to be Smosh the movie. That internet-spanning adventure took a lot of inspiration from Bill and Ted's movies and was even directed by Bill himself, Alex Winter. Smosh the movie had a number of cameos from YouTubers as well, including Grace Helbig, Harley Morenstein, and Jenna Marbles. And you can also hear both Anthony and Ian in the Angry Birds movie playing the always bickering Hal and Bubbles. And while we're talking about it, why don't you smosh that like button? See what I did there? Is that worth a subscribe, please? Maybe? Yes? Shut up! Harley Morenstein. Speaking of Harley Morenstein, the former teacher turned loudmouth host of Epic Mealtime has a few acting credits of his own. As a proud Canadian, Harley finds himself in the area where many projects film and takes advantage of that whenever he's not contributing to his channel of almost 7 million subscribers. Aside from plenty of bits in TV projects and smaller movies like Video Game High School the Movie, Morenstein made a splash in the Kevin Smith-directed horror movie Tusk as a Canadian border agent. His performance in Tusk secured his place in the last 2 installments of Kevin Smith's True North trilogy, which consists of Yoga Hosers and the upcoming Moose Jaws, which Kevin Smith describes as Jaws but with a moose. I'm not really sure what I expected, to be honest, but I'll see it. Harley also showed up in the Dead Rising movie Dead Rising Watchtower as Pyro Biker. Grace Helbig. Another member of Smosh the movie has a few big cinematic dreams of her own. Grace Helbig, the goofy millennial aunt we all wish we had, has appeared all over the place. Aside from her YouTube channel, she has served as a correspondent on G4 TV. She has had her own show on the E! Network, and she's also been in a number of movies. The first of which was Camp Dakota, a heartfelt dramedy that also starred YouTuber Memory Hart. Camp Dakota was followed by Dirty 30, another film that starred the same YouTuber trio, and then Grace made her voice acting debut in DreamWorks Trolls, in which she voiced Sugar Cookie Sugarloaf, iJustine. Justine Esric, better known by her YouTube name iJustine, is a wildly successful tech YouTuber. She's been making videos since 2006 and even went viral in 2007 for her 300-page iPhone bill. In addition to her tech obsession that she shares with her 7 million subscribers, she has also appeared in plenty of TV shows ranging from Law & Order Special Victims Unit to Criminal Minds to Bold and the Beautiful and The Vampire Diaries. But she made her film debut in The Wedding Ringer alongside Kevin Hart, Josh Gad, and Kayla Cuoco. From there, she went on to appear in Rooster Teeth's Lazer Team and Sharknado: The Fourth Awakens. And yes, they made more than one Sharknado movie, 6 somehow to be exact, and yes, the title of that is a riff on a Star Wars movie. Sharknado appears to have killed iJustine's film career, but she's still going strong on YouTube. We get to keep her for now. Rooster Teeth, the YouTube channel that brought you Red vs. Blue all the way back in 2003, has grown and evolved over the past 20 years? 20 years. Wow. While some of us are facing the cruel passage of time, Rooster Teeth has become one of the biggest producers of content on YouTube. While their main focus nowadays is podcasts, they have a number of different channels and personalities under their banner, along with a few successful films that make use of the actors associated with their subsidiaries. This includes their sci-fi action film Lazer Team and its sequel Lazer Team 2, both of which star Rooster Teeth co-founder Bernie Burns, the slow-mo guys Gavin and achievement hunters Michael Jones. Not happy with just a sci-fi movie, Rooster Teeth also produced the horror comedy Bloodfest, which stars Spider-Man actor Jacob Batalon and Rooster Teeth's own Barbara Dunkelman. You can also see co-founder Bernie Burns in an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and he was even a contestant on a season of The Amazing Race before disappearing from the internet to enjoy his retirement. Angry Video Game Nerd. Another member of YouTube's old guard is the Angry Video Game Nerd, James Rolfe. His channel, Cinemassacre, has 3.7 million subscribers and has been publishing videos since 2006. James has built his channel on reviewing all kinds of movies and video games, and his character, Angry Video Game Nerd, always has something snarky to say. So it's no wonder that James and his crew decided to meld their love of both movies and video games into a single feature film called Angry Video Game Nerd the Movie. The 2014 film was crowdfunded by fans, and Rolfe starred, co-wrote, and co-directed the film with frequent avgn collaborator Kevin Finn. James has shown up in other films like Plan 9 and Shooting Clerks and has a long history of acting in short films and TV, but he remains hopeful to revisit the Angry Video Game Nerd cinematic universe one day with a sequel of some kind. Free Guy. For this last entry on the list, we are going to do something a little different. 2021's Free Guy is a video game-centric movie that stars Ryan Reynolds and was directed by Sean Levy, the executive producer and director of Stranger Things. If you've seen Free Guy, you know where we're going with this one at this point. This movie is full of YouTuber streamer cameos, including Jacksepticeye, Ninja, Pokimane, Dan TDM, and Lazerbeam. It's got so many that we figured it kind of needed its own entry on the list. These cameos are pretty unique because the streamers aren't playing characters in the film, but they're playing themselves. Throughout the movie, we catch glimpses of these recognizable streams as the host comments on the events that are occurring. And if you have eagle eyes, you can also spot references to Red Dead Redemption and Shadow of the Colossus. Oh, and Pokimane has a crush on Ryan Reynolds, but that's just all of us, honestly. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.